Hello out there. This is Dr. Jay Hoffman, and welcome to another Wednesday with Wildcats. We're going to spend a little time talking a little what's going on in the AT world. Once again, my name is Dr. Jay Hoffman. I'm the athletic training and health sciences chair at Culver Stockton College and the program director of our Masters of Athletic Training. And there's all kinds of things we could talk about today. Do we want to talk about what happened with the Sports Medicine Clarity Act? A great win for us. President Trump signed that bill in, and so now when sports medicine professionals travel across state lines, there's protections in place as it relates to our liability and malpractice insurances and things of that nature. We could also talk about what's going on in world's mental health. It is Mental Health Month. There was actually a video that went on today on atyourownrisk.org where you could learn a little bit more about mental health and mental health awareness and the role of athletic trainers. But I think I want to spend just a second talking about there was some of us may have heard what has happened with a couple of football-related deaths, and I've talked before about the Safety in Football campaign, and I know the state of Georgia's had it particularly tough, and all our condolences go to the athletic trainers and the families that were involved in a couple incidences in Georgia with those young men and those football players. And well, we know a life was saved, also a life was lost, which kind of just is why I want to talk today just a little bit about about concussions and the role of athletic trainers. The news came out today talking about the young man that unfortunately lost his life, and his cardiac event was likely due to a traumatic brain injury, according to the coroner. And again, I think it brings back the point that concussions aren't just dings, that we really need to pay attention to it, and that I think many of us are seeing it today, if we're NFL fans or collegiate football fans, with various rules that have been put in place to protect the quarterback or defenseless receivers and head-to-head contact. Those rules have always been in place. Even when I was a collegiate football player and an athletic trainer working with college football, a college football athletic trainer, I mean, we weren't supposed to spear anything, but I wouldn't say that all those things were necessarily enforced. So we've done things, we've made rules, we've put things in place to ensure safety in football. But unfortunately, in the sport of football and others, these concussions are still very real, and they can have very real consequences. And no matter how much we try to prevent it, some of these things just happen. And again, the role of the athletic trainer in recognizing, identifying, and referring individuals and or withholding them from play, probably most importantly, so we don't end up with these second impact syndromes and things of that nature, are really there to help athletes. And the athletic trainer has an important role in that return to play and return to learn activity. And concussion isn't just about sitting in a dark room and trying to avoid headaches anymore. There's actually an active rehabilitative process that goes along with this, things like vestibular oculomotor training or VOMs. And an athletic trainer needs to be knowledgeable in these things. And our role is vital and important. And I'm going to kind of close with this today, and that's, I'm not the end all be all as it comes to concussions, but if parents, if you're out there, if future athletic training students, you're out there, I'd highly encourage you to check out atyourownrisk.org. Find out some more information. There's a webinar that is going to be on tomorrow afternoon. So if you take a look at both our Twitter and or Facebook page at Culver MAT, you can find more detailed information on there, including a link to this webinar. I would highly encourage you to watch it. One of my colleagues, Katie Susskind, is one of the experts speaking about concussions on that. And I can tell you firsthand, she's a very competent professional athletic trainer out of the University of Stanford University, and I think you could learn a lot from it. So again, I hope you understand the importance of paying attention to and treating concussions very real, and understanding the role of the athletic trainer in that process. So thank you for spending your time here with me on Wednesday with Wildcats. And remember, it's a great day to be a Wildcat.